Hi, and welcome to Tanesha's Tips.
Tanisha's Tips.
Today's topic we're going to talk about is banned books. There are 10,046 books listed on the banned books list, and this is across all of the United States. Basically, it says America, but I feel like this is just the United States because the list that I viewed was from pen.org, and they did list the states. So here in Georgia, it's always on TV every year about, oh, they're getting XYZ books banned. Now, it intrigued me because I'm like, well, what makes these books, get on the ban list and why? So I looked up some information and it says most books that are banned include overwhelming amounts of people of color, LGBTQ plus people and characters. Over 57% of titles on the list include X-related themes or depictions, and I'm not saying the word, but you guys know what I'm talking about. They're either due to ramped up attacks on actual content, and nearly 60% of these banned books are written for people or adult audiences. Now, we all know that when growing up, you're going to actually face some things that, they're adult content. So why not read about it and at least, arm yourself with the information, right? It doesn't have to happen to you, but it is a good thing to know or be knowledgeable about certain situations. Everybody looks at things different, everybody sees things different, but in order to understand and actually, I guess, just be able to articulate how you feel. You may find it in a book more than you find it with somebody, one of your peers or outside or something like that, right? But anyway, most of the topics include grief, loss, experiences, unaliving oneself, mental health illnesses, sexual violence, and how do we say this? The use of, let's just say, not over-the-counter pills, but other things. So you know what I'm saying. So again, like I said, this is not going to be a long video, but I'm just going to list a couple of books that are kind of popular that we've heard of and are on this list. First of all, there are two categories. There are banned books and then banned pending an investigation. So I'm just listing some of the banned books. I mean, there are a lot. Like I said, there's 10,046 books. And we can't list all of those. I wouldn't even have time to do it. But some of the books that's on the banned list here in Georgia is Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. And that's by Jesse Andrews. 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chosby. I don't think I'm saying that right, but anyway. Flamer by Mike Curated. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Now, y'all know that just came out on Netflix, the movie. So, if it's a banned book, why are we playing the movie? I mean, make it make sense. Anyway, Luck by Alice Sebold. Blankets by Craig Thompson. City of Thieves by David Benoff. This Book is Gay by Juno Dawson. I Love You, Beth Cooper by Larry Doyle. Crank, Ellen Hopkins. Identical, Ellen Hopkins. Tricks, Ellen Hopkins. Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson. Now, there are a couple of books that I mentioned that I have read, and I'm just kind of like, Those books are 13 Reasons Why, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, It Ends With Us, and Monday's Not Coming. Those are the books that I have personally read. I did want to read All Boys Aren't Blue. That's on my list of books to read. But because I'm curious to know, well, why aren't we, why is this on the banned book list? Monday's Not Coming. I mean, that was a really, really good book. So that being on the list, I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm not sure. Some well-known books that are on the list that you probably will be shocked about are, because they shocked me. The Color Purple by Alice Walker. Song of Solomon, The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. The entire Twilight series by Stephenie Meyer. The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Cast by Isabel Wilkerson. And one that's just gotten into the theater recently, Wicked. This is wild. And out of all these listed, I've read everything except Wicked. And I read the first book in the Twilight series, but that's it. And I'm kind of like, But okay, I'm going to give y'all that. Now, I actually discovered on MSNBC on Saturday mornings, Valishi, Ali Valishi. He has a banned book club, and he basically picks a book, I guess, every week, and he, I guess, has a talk with the author, which has me intrigued and has led me to read several books on his list. Some of the books that I have read are Heroine by Mindy McGinnis. And I really enjoyed this book. This was about a softball player who actually got into an accident, her and their star pitcher. And it was ice on the road, and they end up rolling over in the car and getting hurt really bad. Of course, after, her surgery and everything, she was given, I think, Percocet or something like that. And that led to her trying to, I guess, get into shape before training camp so that she could play for the next season. And she tried to rush her healing, and one thing led to another. But this was actually a great book. And oftentimes I feel like we don't talk about things that could happen that they put in books. This is real life stuff. And if you know certain things, you're armed with the information, I think it's less likely for you to actually do this. Anyway, another book that I read was Heavy, an American Memoir by Kissy. I don't think I'm saying it right, but I'll put it up on the screen. Kissy Layman. Anyway, this was just his coming of age and how he grew up. I really didn't understand what was so bad about the book. I mean, to me, it was his reality. So to ban it, I'm like, I don't get it. It triggers, like, I mean, there are a lot of triggers in it, yes, but what book doesn't have triggers? This is real life here. Yeah, I just don't understand. But there are a lot of books that were on this list that I kind of read, but that's not here or there. I'm going to read a couple of books off, and you could do what you want with it. You can go check it out if you want. If not, I respect it. Again, this is Ali Valishi's Banned Book Club on MSNBC. Heroine by Mindy McGinnis. Whale Talk by Chris Crutcher. Far from the Tree by Robin Benway. All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. The Last White Man by Mohsen Hamid, The Miseducation of Cameron Post by Emily E. Danforth, A Tango Makes Three by Justin Richardson and Peter Parnell, The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. Again, Heavy, an American Memoir by Kiese Layman. Dragon Wings by Lawrence Yep. The Giver by Lois Lowry, which is usually on the summer reading list. Also, The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. I'm just not understanding. All these books are on here, so can we not read now? I don't know. This is just weird. Yeah, so I also read a little bit, they were saying how Project 2025 is going to have a really bad impact on reading, on the book list. And I haven't delved into like what all it is, but they are saying that it's impinging on our freedom to read. I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, I feel like this banned book list already started with that. It's just wild to me. But anyway, there's no here or there. Make sure you guys are reading these books so that they don't get, put on the shelf and they're going to hurt. It's kind of like it's a violation of freedom of speech, because we need to know what's in these books. Anyway, that's my rant for today. Banned books. You got to read it. You need to know what's in it, what they're saying. But anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. And my next post will probably be a different one. I'm rushing to get something out today because I want to be consistent. But my next post will be a different post. It probably will not be about books. So stay tuned.
And plus she do shows. She cover all like hands, knees, and toes. Don't lollygag, no, she just roll. Then the song to the next one, on to a fresh one. Woo. Ha. Set it on to the next one, on to a fresh one. Tanesha's tip, coming on 3 speakers. Good honest reviews, book shows, and the movies all getting featured.